I'm Lilia Bautista. I'm the Dean of the College of Law of Jose Rizal University. And I also teach in another school.
She's working until now. Huh? She's already 87, but she's still working. I retired at the age of 53. But I worked after that for another 2 years. And then I spent my time being a legionary,
And
working
then
with the church.
she works at the parish office of the church.
And the parish store, we manage it after I retired. I am Angelina Bautista Leander. I am 89 years old. And I was born 1933, so that makes me 89 years old. No? I worked for 33 years in the bank, Philippine National Bank. That was my only place of work. After that, I retired already. No? But I retired at the age of 53. And then I spent my time working in the church, in the store. I was never idle.
Okay. So can you tell me about Governor Jesus Bautista, his character traits? How was he as a person?
Tatay was elected governor. He used to be judge before, no? And then he entered politics to run against the entrenched governor of the province, no? And that was a great feat for him, no? Because he was never defeated, the governor then, no?
Tsaka maraming pera.
And then he was rich. And he had all the means to run for governor. And my father was poor. He had no means. So the people contributed and made donations so that he can run, because he didn't want to run. And see that I have no money, I cannot. And then all the people donated, all his friends and all the poor people, donated money for him.
Well, I suppose it surprised his opponent, because he thought all the while, because he's been a governor for the last 20 years. So he thought all the while that he will win. And of course, he knows he's rich, and my father is poor. So but it's the people that wanted him to run. So they're the ones helping, contributing money for him to be able to go around, just to go around and campaign. They donate money for his gasoline expense so that he can go around the province and campaign, because they feel that he can do something for the province. And the old governor was entrenched already, and he's old already, so they thought our father will be able to help them more.
Do you remember him campaigning?
Oh, we were very young then. But we knew that people contributed to him. And he went around the province, no, to campaign.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I was small, but
I was 7 years old, 8 or 9 years old. I was 8 or 9 years old.
And there was si Joker, there was somebody said to him some kind of anong tawag sa English doon?
Sino?
Yung si Jokens.
That was a fortune teller.
A fortune teller told him that if, because I think he was still, our mother was still on the way, and he said that if she gives birth to a girl,
my father will win.
If he gives,
but if he gives birth to a boy, he will lose. And this is the girl.
All right. So how was as a former governor of Laguna, how was his relationship to the people?
My father,
Yes.
oh, he was very well loved because even his last money he will give to those who ask for it. That's how giving he is.
Even in fact, when I was working, that was a long time ago. I thought they forgot our father already. But when this guy went to the office where I was working, and he learned that Tatay was my father, he said, "Ah, when I was studying, he usually give me money so I can finish my studies." So he said, "So you are the daughter." So he was
And
very
if he
big.
cannot give money to others, he goes to people and to help those in need. No? If he himself cannot give help, he goes to other people to give them help to the poor. That's how kind he is.
And
And
I remember that he was buying all those vegetables which are almost rotten.
when he died, that is when we knew how loved he was. No? He was interred for several days in Santa Cruz. So many people went there and they watched over him, no? We did not even have to go there because they were all there, all of them, plenty of people. And then when he was brought to the cemetery, we passed from the church. It's around mga 1 kilometer, no? 1 or 2 kilometers. We were walking, because that used to be the custom. When we passed through the sidewalks, no, people were crying, no, and then they said, "Oh, we lost one who is a very kind man. He used to." When they said that when it's November 1st, they were selling flowers, and their flowers were pucho. They were not good
They were
flowers,
not
no.
expensive.
And it was not Tatay who bought all those flowers from them, so that they can sell them.
In fact,
And then Ate Josie did not want to put that in the cemetery because it's pucho. So it just stayed there. And then when we passed through when the funeral cortege was passing, they were all crying and they said nobody will buy their flowers anymore. No. And then he used to go to church to here in
Quiapo.
Malacanang, yung kalapit na St. Jude.
Thank you.
When we went there to have a mass for him when he died already, they came to us. Why is it? Is it dead already? Yes, Kako, he's dead already. Oh, they were saying, oh, nobody will buy our things anymore because he used to buy, even if he does not need them. He buys all these things so that just they can have sales. And that's how generous Lolo is.
So what was the role that he played during we know that he was governor during the Japanese occupation. Can you tell me the role that he played for Laguna during the Japanese occupation?
He was governor for a short time because later on, no, in one of the towns that he visited, he said something about the Americans coming na, no? And he was reported to the Japanese. So the Japanese brought him to prison.
Arrested him and brought him to Fort Santiago.
Fort Santiago. He was brought there because of what he said, no? So he was not able to complete his term as governor. And then after that, nobody, and that at that time, it was the belief that anybody who was imprisoned in Fort Santiago never came out alive. But Lolo, when he was there, a Japanese guard saw him and recognized him because this Japanese guard used to have a store in Santa Cruz, Laguna. And because Lolo was kind, Perhaps he was kind to this Japanese, no? So this Japanese told him, Gov, I will walk away. You just follow me. Do not do not look at other people. Just follow me. So he followed this Japanese out. So that was how he was able to get out of Fort Santiago. Otherwise, he will be killed in Fort Santiago. See how kindness comes back to you.
Yes. How about, do you remember what, kasi like I don't know what he did during the Chinese immigration to the Philippines when he was deputy commissioner. But Dad said na he helped a lot of Chinese immigrants. Can you tell me more about that?
As what? As commissioner of immigration?
Yes.
Oh yes, he was a very kind man. He
He helped them in their papers to be able to stay in the country. And the people that has helped, he did not ask money from them. He maybe a little something, but he did not, unlike the other officials there, if they help, they will really get a lot of money from the Chinese. But he was well loved by the Chinese.
community, yes.
So when we have Chinese friends who are his friends, even when he died, they keep sending things to flowers for him when he died. In fact, yung si Josephine Winga keep sending even up to now.
Wow.
During Christmas and October, Christmas, he sends things to us, even though Lolo is dead already.
So he helped them with the papers. Okay. Do you remember, kasi Dad told me that he helped some influential Chinese people. Do you remember who they were?
Ito, may-ari ng ano, ng tungkol.
Joke, yun.
Si-
Jollibee.
Oo. The owner of Jollibee. He was a friend of Lolo.
And then Schumart also.
Oo.
Sing. In fact, when this Jollibee had only a small ice cream parlor. So, when we eat there and Lolo is with us, no pay. Hindi nila kami pinababa. And in Schumart was only a small, ano nga yun? Schumart ba ang tawag sa kanila?
Schumart na.
Schumart na. They always invite the entire family for Christmas.
And Lolo never took advantage of that friendship. You know, he could have, he could have taken advantage of that.
In fact, when I met one of them, when I was already at the SEC, he said that I know Tatay and that he is a good person and he helped them. So all the people that he knew were very helpful to him.
Excuse me. So can you tell me about how Santa Cruz was during the Japanese period?
Naku, that was a very hard time, ah. You have to, when we passed by the headquarters of the Japanese, you have to bow. You have to
Salute.
bow.
If
If you don't bow, you will be arrested.
Sasampalin, tapos itatay ka sa post.
Yes, they're very strict during that time. And one time, you know, there are people, they call that makapili, no? Who are Japanese, who inform the Japanese of people that are helping the guerrillas. So one time when I was playing outside, when I went home, there were guards there at our place, and they didn't want me to enter the house. I said, I live there. I live here. Why don't you? That's only, and then some people came over and said, yes, she's the daughter of the, no. So I was able to go in, but we were surrounded by these guards and they searched the house, for anything that is subversive. But they could not find anything because Tatay burned all of them.
because he was helping the guerrilla. He was he was also helping the guerrillas. So whenever a guerrilla went to the house, he hid the guerrilla so that the Japanese will not find him. And therefore the Japanese would want to go to the house and search the house. But he was trying to help those who had problems with the Japanese. And since he was a governor, they usually they usually give way to what he's asking. In the end, they learned he was a double agent. Because one time he was in a car, and after he passed, then the Japanese were actually gunned down by the guerrillas after his car passed. So they suspected that he is a double agent. and when he said, but the Japanese naman, whenever he asked them to release somebody, they will help him.
And when he came out of Fort Santiago, people told him, his friends told him, do not, you hide na because they will arrest you again. So he was not living with us anymore after that. He was with his friend, the then governor of Laguna. He hid there. He had a room there. And this governor, it's just, he was the one who died. When he went to the funeral of his brother, he encountered some Japanese, and the Japanese suspected him of being the one who instigated the raid on Santa Cruz. So he was taken, and no news was heard of him already. How sad. And Tatay was, he was hidden, and then he came out when the Japanese left the town already. But he was not governor then anymore.
By any chance, do you guys remember a man named Leoncio Cruz?
Yes.
Sino?
Leoncio Cruz.
Oh, yes.
He's a
know,
friend
it's a
of
very
ours.
tragic life. He was the friend of Lolo, no? And he was arrested by the Japanese, being as a guerrilla suspect. He was tortured and he was killed, no? And that is why that is what started the raid on Santa Cruz. He was paraded around the town, huh? Leoncio Cruz, yes. Dead already. He was paraded around the town. So the guerrillas got angry because the Japanese paraded him around the town to let the townspeople not to be like him, no, not to be a guerrilla. And that is why he had a nephew who was a guerrilla in charge of guerrillas, and he got angry, and that is why they raided Santa Cruz. But unfortunately, the ones who killed Leoncio Cruz were not there anymore. It's another group of Japanese who were there only to buy food when the guerrillas raided Santa Cruz.
Would you call Lolo Jesus ambitious?
Yes.
Yes.
And ambitious though.
Ang tatay? Of course not. He just ran for governor because he was urged by the people to run.
And then, of course, he usually, and he is lawyering also for a lot of people. Some of them can pay. Some of they pay with chicken, the things they can help kasi wala silang pera. So he was helping those who can, giving legal advice and appearing for them. Oh, he was actually have cases all over Santa Cruz and then in the other provinces. In the other provinces too. And he studied English by himself because he studied law in Spanish. So
I had an office mate, no, before when I was new in PNB. when he learned that my surname was Bautista, he asked me, how are you related to Jesus Bautista? And I said, oh, he's his father. You know, sabi niya, your father, ang tatay noon, abogado, no? He used daw to have cases in his town, which is in Pililla, that far. Huh? And you know, whenever there is a meeting, there is for
Yes,
the case,
Yes,
a hearing, all the people will go there to the courtroom to hear him speak because he was a good speaker.
All right. Now we're gonna go to Lolo Jesus's friends who are in the film. Can you describe Arsenio Bonifacio to me?
Ninong mo yun, di ba?
Can you describe what?
Arsenio Bonifacio, di ba ninong mo yun?
It's my ninong.
Ninong niya yan.
Actually, they were called three Bs, no? Bonifacio, Bautista, Benitez. They are supposed to be the leaders of Laguna, the three of them. They are called three Bs. Well, Bonifacio was actually my ninong. Parang friend siya ng tatay. So,
He persuaded, di ba? He persuaded Tatay to run. Was the one who, ano? He persuaded Lolo to run for governor.
Who's Benitez?
Benitez? Di pa si sa Manila yon naging ano yun.
see, you know, Benitez became a congressman sa atin. And he is the father of Laila Benitez, that newscaster who also went to the States, si Laila Benitez. And they were called three Bs because their names start with B. And they are supposed to be the kingpin in Laguna, the three Bs. Any candidate would like to get their assistance to run for public office. And they're very good friends, no?
Lolo campaigned for Rojas, when he ran for president.
So he campaigned for Rojas. He was friends with Laurel. What else can we talk? Can you tell me what happened in the raid? Actually, no, can we start with the evacuation? About when the Japanese came and everyone evacuated? Can
Alin
you
yan?
talk about that?
Before Japanese came or after?
Diba when they came, everyone evacuated to the mountains?
Nung nandito na sila yung Japanese?
Yeah, diba nung nagland sila, diba tumakas kayo sa Malabon? Parang naglakad kayo through the jungle, right?
Oo. We went to so many places. We took the barge. Yung barge, doon kami sumakay na lahat. Together with all the equipment. And then we went to Binyang, di ba? To Binyang.
But you mean before when the Japanese came?
Before the Japanese came.
The Japanese came, and then also when the Americans came, but we all evacuated from Santa Cruz.
Can you tell me about the first evacuation?
That we went to Malabon. Was it Malabon?
Oo, yun nung ano na.
Yung babalik. Yung first evacuation.
Yung nung nandito yung hapon hanggang Binyang lang tayo. Yung first evacuation, that was when we went to Malabon.
Yung second.
Yung
Hindi.
first. Di ba bata ka pa noon?
Oo. You know, they were, ang tanda ko, yung burning bridges was when the Japanese were leaving.
Yun nga, pero that was not, hanggang Binyang lang tayo noon. Hindi hanggang Malabon. Oo, Malabon.
Hindi tayo pumunta sa Malabon.
Montik na naiwan ito sa Malabon eh. She was playing and doon sa Silong. We were going out already. We will return to Santa Cruz. Eh siya, naglalaro siya doon. Montik na siyang naiwan.
The one that I remember was the burning bridge. We had to Pero yun, ano yun,
Papunta sa-
pabalik. Si Marcelina, kinarga tayo kasi hindi tayo ano.
Sa lola, ang lola pa, di ba? Ang lola. Going there pa, going there.
At saka yung sinakay kami ng lola sa buslo, with yung basket.
Di ba yung horse may dalawang buslong ganyan? Siya isinakay doon sa isa.
Sa lola.
Oo. Siya at saka ang lola sinakay doon. Kami, we had to
To go to Liliw, no? To go
Oo.
to Liliw.
Ganyan
Pero-
ano yung lalakaran mo, oh. Ganyan.
Oo.
We cross the bridge, ganyan ang dadaanan mo, oh.
And ano yung burning bridge?
Nagkarlang ba
Binyang.
yun?
Nasa Binyang tayo.
Nagkarlang ba yung bridge?
Hindi, sa Binyang.
Mm.
Because as the Japanese retreated, they burned bridges. So we will not be able to escape, no? So they started burning bridges, and we were in Binyang, and we had to cross over a bridge. And the two of us, binitbit na
Lola and siya, nilagay sa buslo.
yung papunta sa yun, papunta sa Liliw. Yung burning bridge, si Marcelina ang nagano sa atin. Talaga, the bridge was burning, and our maid, yung si Marcelina, our nursemaid, dalawang hawa kami ni Ate Ling para makatawid sa bridge. Otherwise, babaksak na yung bridge, hindi pa kami nakakatawid.
So tumatawid kayo habang nasusunog yung bridge?
Oo.
Mm. Mm.
Kasi these people, when they are retreating, they want to burn all the bridges so people cannot get
Escape.
out of the town.
What can you say about once we make this film happen about Jesus Bautista, about the family, about his contributions to Laguna? Once we make it happen, what would you say would benefit Santa Cruz in the Philippines? How do you think his story would benefit Santa Cruz in the Philippines?
But, we will never know kasi iba na ang ng tao ngayon di ba?
Pero marami siyang pagpupunta nga niya sa opisina ko inihahanap niya ng trabaho yung mga taga Santa Cruz
But I don't know if people now, yung mga
So,
kabataan yun.
sabi nga ni, ako daw ang pinakamaraming pinapasok sa BOI at sa DTI dahil ang dami-daming, kasi lolo, pag darating ko ng naghihintay na siya.
Pupunta siya kay Dili, magpapahanap siya ng trabaho para sa mga kasama niya.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that pag nangyari yan, they will know now about Lolo. Kasi most young people ngayon, hindi na siya kilala yan.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, they will come to know Lolo as the former governor of Laguna.
And do you think that the people will be touched by this film? Do you think that his kindness, his generosity, his his tough road going to the top, do you think it would influence a lot of people?
Sure. If they have a heart,
Nakita naman nila yung punto sa grounds, di ba? Merong nakalagay doon. If you see there is a plaque in
the government area,
provincial capital.
There's a plaque for Lolo there. And it says what?
Ikaw gumawa yung mahira, yung sinasabi na mahal niya ang mahihirap or something.
Very beautiful. He's a man of the masses.
So you think that his story will uplift yung mga mahihirap?
Basta ang alam ko, one time, he went to the office, no? He was asking me for money kasi siguro wala na siya ibigay doon sa nanghihingi sa kanya, no? Ako naman, I don't want my office mates kasi nandun ako sa harapan everybody can see me. I don't want to see my office mates give him money. Kasi baka akalain nila, nangangailangan ng tatay, he has to go to us to ask for money, no? So what I did was I went to the ladies' room with my wallet, no? I got the 4,000 that he was asking, placed it on an envelope, and then returned to the office. And then I told tatay, okay, let's go, tatay. So I accompanied him down the stairs to the elevator. And when he was about to go, I handed him the money that he was asking. I don't want to see my office mates see my giving him the money, no? Baka akalain nila, nangangailangan ng tatay, kailangan pang pumunta doon para ano, to ask for money.
Pero nanghihingi siya para sa iba.
Oo, pero hindi nila alam na he's asking money for other people, not for himself, no?
Pagdating ko nga sa opisina, nandun na siya eh. Meron mga kasama na inihahanap ng trabaho. Kaya marami ako naipasok na.
Maraming naipasok ang tatay, kahit na wala siya sa gobyerno.
Oo, pupunta siya para tulungang makapasok yung tao sa trabaho. Kasi walang trabaho masyado naman.
Alam mo, sabi ng lola, kung yun daw ari ng tatay, hindi nakakabit, pati yun ibibigay niya. Just that is how generous he is. Lahat ng kanyang nasa kanya na pwede niya ibigay, ibibigay niya. That's true. Perhaps,
Yeah.
but perhaps because of what he experienced in his childhood, na?
Mm.
To be poor.
So they were poor. They
so
had
he
to
has
depend
help the
on
poor.
relatives to survive.
Nakalagay yun doon sa kanyang ano, di ba? Matulungin sa mahihirap.
Kaya he cannot deny anybody who goes to him. Kahit na hindi kanya kakampi sa politika, kahit na kalabang ka, kung pumunta ka sa kanya, tutulungan kanya. Walang color yung kanyang tulong for everybody.